So I think so that music is a good life. It is a peaceful and life where we can give something for the others all the time. Our profession is not forcing us to make bad things. We can make a little bit faults when we are playing, but we are not damaging people. So I think that it's a good profession.
안녕하세요. 저는 한국예술종합학교 3학년에 재학 중인 박상혁이라고 합니다. 저 오늘 쇼스타코비치 첼로 콘체르토를 레슨 받게 되었는데 그 쇼스타코비치에 대해서 그런 시대적 상황, 배경 이런 것들 되게 많이 얘기 듣고 싶고 또 어떻게 하면 더 쇼스타코비치스럽게 연주 될까 그거를 되게 궁금하고 그래서 그걸 되게
Because there is something what you should not repeat anymore. Look, can you look the first notes? Which are the indications for us? What Shostakovich wrote for us, just to how to play.
Staccato and tempo.
Bueno?
Staccato and tempo.
Yeah, but you play with dots. Yeah, this is almost I would say that almost everybody plays it with the dots. So, and it is not written so. Shostakovich is using. He's indicating very clearly how we have to play his separate notes. If there is a nothing here, so you can do whatever you like. You can play so, or if there's nothing. If Shostakovich is writing just the stretches, then it is so. If it's only dot, it's so. But now he writes dot and stretch. And it means that it is not it is between. And it is very different. And what is funny, it is not the fault, because if you start to count how many times he wrote for the first movement stretch and dot, he wrote it until the end more than 100 times. Stretch point, stretch dot. So it is not the fault. Normally the composers they are putting some for some bars dots and so on, and it's to the end. So, but Shostakovich is not. And this is what we have to respect. I am not sure. I can't say that why mostly people they are not respecting that. Is it so that it's not carefully read or how they feel? But and I can tell you that I have a first-hand knowledge, because I am so old that I could speak with Shostakovich himself. And I was asking, and he was clearing for me that very clearly he was saying it is so. And the same, the way how to indicate the length of separate notes he used in 15 string quartets. All the time in string quartets you can find this way. Nothing or only dots, only stretches or stretch note. And so is it exactly with the 15 symphonies for strings. So it is something to do. And I know, because Shostakovich told me that the only thing normal what he's not happy with his concerto, he's not happy with the first movement because the people they are not playing how I liked it. And he liked that it sounds more, it sings more than if you play here. It is another thing. You can even do the little bit vibrato. It's very. This is quite different. It is almost. He liked that when you. This is a short. But here. So that it sings a little bit like legato sound.
3년 전에 부산에서 그때 마스터 클래스랑 레슨 한두 번 정도 받은 경험이 있어요. 일단 기본적인 거 되게 중요시하게 말씀하셨고 연습곡이나 스킬 이런 거 되게 많이 하라고 말씀해 주셨고 제가 그때 숨 소리를 되게 크게 연주할 때 많이 냈었는데 그거 좀 그만 좀 내라고 혼내키신 적이 있던 것 같아요.
And now a little bit more. And now crescendo. That's the same here. This is almost longer notes. No, not the. It is the same way, stretch and point. And you can vibrato here. Yeah. And take it very decisive, this one. Take a little bit time there, so that. Vibrato. Can you take even vibrato a little bit? Yeah. The same thing. Dot. Yeah. Look the dynamic. What is the third time? Yep. Forte. Forte. Crescendo. Forte. Just to mention for you, if somebody is playing, it is because in the manuscript it's a legato. It's 2 bars legato, 2 bars legato, then separate. This is in his manuscript, but never in your editions. Just to tell you, if you see that somebody's playing, it is not a great fault. Yeah. Take this, take it longer, the last note. I propose that probably when we start here after the tutti, probably this is not fortissimo, because you remark it is a very long way to go to a highest point, which is really should be the strongest. So start probably a little bit less. You have played now until now it's a mostly forte, isn't it? And now take a little bit, let's say something. Little bit more than mezzo forte, so that you are a little bit relaxing. So when you start here, so and then it goes more and more. It becomes more and more important when you go higher and higher. And when you are here, then you are the highest point, and then you are strongest. But to be able to do that, you have to start a little bit less. Because this is our must to give some kind of. If you have a possibility to play a lot with different maestros and different composers and orchestras, this is something what you have to keep this legacy also for the youngsters. And now I feel that it is for good people, it's a must to also to teach the others. It is a little bit like a doing CD, or this is after you passed away. The seed is here, and now your legacy also is in the pupils. This is something necessary. Look, the idea of this place is that it is quite simple. That the first time is forte and the second time is more less. So when we start here, take it from forte. This is the idea. It is not the idea, it's not twice the same way. The first is stronger than the second. That's why you start. Take the first here. And this is the logic. Take a little bit of vibrato, yeah. You know, in general, you are young, you can. Take it very well out, this. But whatever is before, but clearly out. Set. Dot. Dot and stretch. And how is it going if you play a little bit more in the middle? It can be also, try to play it so that it is phrasing it very well, and so that it's a little bit singing, not just so that it's a robot-like. Try to, like in the beginning, try to connect a little bit the notes together. So that's a separate note, I understand, but try to make it a little bit cantabile. Here, middle. Here, middle. Yeah. Good. Stretch, stretch. Crescendo. Okay, can you go on A string? You are trying to make a good crescendo, but you are on D string. It sounds better on A string. This is important. Look. Take the, no, don't take a glissando. Let it sound, it's a long way. Let it sound. More sound. Let it sound.
항상 제 연주를 듣는 관객분들에게 감동을 주고 싶고, 그 무대에 제가 하는 그 곡의 작곡가의 그런 음악이랑 그게 제일 남게 하고 싶고, 그 다음으로 제 뭐 아이디어나 그런 게 들어가서 잘 예쁘게 잘 들렸으면 좋겠는 그런 연주자가 되고 싶어요.
You play it very well. How all these elements, how you temperament and everything, how you can play very well the first movement. Be careful that it is. Don't imitate the fastest playing. Look, I remember very well in the second Shostakovich concerto when he is putting the metronome numbers. It is quite impossible to play this in this number. They are very, very fast. Very fast, 2 second movements, very fast, too fast for the orchestra, for a corner group, it's too fast. They can't play this corner duo so fast, how is it written? So I asked his son, Maxim Shostakovich, who is conducting his father's composition, all this. I played once with him and I asked, how about the metronome numbers? And he said quite simply that my father put all the metronome numbers too fast. It means that, and he explained me that normally when the father composed, then he liked to put some kind of numbers just to show approximately. But he was a little bit thinking the beginning, so okay, let's put 100. What is that, 100 something there? But it cannot go through the whole piece with the same tempo. And this is extremely fast. If you I think so that the tempo what you have, for my taste, it is approximately good. So, but not faster. And we have compared in the competitions very often when people are playing. I think so that it is this is a common opinion of the jury. If somebody play very fast, that then is coming the other one playing that with a moderate tempo. Normally we prefer that. I think so. If you can listen to both interpretation, faster and a little bit slower, so that take time with this. And it is not too furioso. The people, they get tired if they say, if they have to look all the time somebody who is playing like a last day in life. It is not that. So I think so that the cello is, well, you are laughing if I say that the cello is the most rich instrument. Probably this is not that, but look, there is one thing we have to remember that before the, let's say, before the Second War, so cello was not very popular. The Brahms wrote one double concerto for cello, Mozart nothing, Haydn 2-3 concertos, Beethoven triple concerto, but no concerto for cello, and the great composers, they wrote nothing, almost nothing for cello. We have when I was studying, the repertoire was about 8-10 concertos written for cello and orchestra. After the war, it means that the last 70 years, every prominent composer has written for cello, I can say, more concertos than for violin or for piano. And why? Because cello is interesting and it's a very rich instrument. It goes very low and extremely high, and it gives for a composer a lot of possibilities to write music. So our main repertoire is born during last 60, 70 years. If we have so much to play before that, now we have so much. And now extremely popular. You can see it here in Korea also. There are so many cellists all over. So We can see in the competitions, well, there's plenty of cello competitions. In every competition, it's difficult to choose the cellist. There are so many applications that it's so used. In my time when I was young, it was quite another thing. So 10 times less or 20 times less. Now it is a golden time for cellists. Unfortunately, the negative point is that there is so many cellists. It's difficult. Everybody has a difficulty to find their position. How to impress with the instrument. How to survive the life with the instrument. This is the question now.
현재 예언학교 2학년 재학 중인 첼로 전공 김민재라고 합니다. 로코코 주제에 의한 변주곡인데 차이코스키가 작곡한 곡이에요. 제가 어릴 때부터 가장 좋아했던 곡이기도 하고 어릴 때 하고 싶었는데 아직 좀 준비가 안 된 것 같아서 지금쯤 하면 좋을 것 같다 해서 이렇게 곡을 정하게 됐습니다. 아직 배울 게 엄청 많긴 하지만 지금 꾸준히 소리를 어떻게 내면 좋은 소리가 날지 그게 가장 큰 고민이어서 소리에 대한 거를 가장 여쭤보고 싶고 그다음에 음악을 어떻게 자유롭게 표현할 수 있을까에 대한 것도 궁금해요.
Quite simply, bravo. I was thinking before the last variant, so that if the music is made to give some love and peace for the heart and for the mind, it was that. So you played it so. Yeah, very good. Did you play it already? Did you perform it already with the orchestra?
No.
It's a very beautiful play. Yeah. Look, for the future, there is nothing dramatic to play. You play very well. For the future, this is something I would like to mention, some principles here. That is the first notes. I would say that more classical way to show for the public upbeat. It is up bow, upbeat. You do it all the time here. Here is a upbeat here, but here is exactly the same. Now you give a little bit. If there is a public somebody who has never heard this sonata, and when you give it is not probably very correct. You play very well, so we understand professional. We understand it very well, but in general, this classic music, how is Tchaikovsky and this one, it has an upbeat. It means that the first beat after the bar line, this is normally more important than the upbeat. And now you play upbeat, very important. So that's why we normally, violin players and cello players, we are playing upbeats very often with up bow, if they are not any special reason. Just even to show for the public, everybody, the public, they feel when they are looking that this is a lighter part than here. I played it myself, if you just can tell because I am here. I started piano, and because I am alone here, very here. Remark here, there is some force under here. And then here. Even more here. Even here a little more. I had the possibility to play with Penderecki, greatest today's composer, as you know, but he was at the same time, he was conductor. And I was on stage with him a lot. Probably, what can I say, 150 times probably. He was conducting, I was sitting beside and playing for the public. And this is something which is very special in the life for, I would say that for every musician, it is the dream to do something. It would be the dream to play with Mozart or Brahms or Beethoven conducting at the same time. And I had it with Penderecki in all continents, in almost all countries making classical music. For that I remember naturally all my life. So this is a little bit capricious, this, but it is 4 times I played it, 4 times, not only twice. But you made it very well also. But I think so that the most important that you try to serve it public so that it is really, how I said, 4 different pictures instead of 2. And then you remark, when this small interlude here, it is the first one is leading to the first variation, which is semi-fast and very dancing and light. So I think that should be our light. And then, and the second time, and then it's very different, but not twice the same here. This, I think so, this, it can be, that I was, later when you practice, a little bit lighter and elegant. Rococo, it should be elegant. You have seen Rococo dresses, Rococo shoes. You have not Rococo shoes. I have not Rococo shoes, a little bit even more. But you know the ladies' Rococo shoes, it was decorated. It's plenty of golden ornaments and very, very stylish. And so, in France, have you been in France probably? Then when you go to Versailles Palace, then it's plenty of Rococo things you can say, how this is very decorative, light for eyes and so, and never heavy things so. And this dance is very, very light. So this is, so, can you do this? So that the bow is there's a then you remember this F sharp. There is a crescendo on the area. This is the most important. And light. And you remember there is a crescendo there also. Unfortunately, it comes with an elbow, but in any way. But this is light. And it is always here. 1, 2, 3. This should be light. Can you try it? Yeah, take the light also. So a lot of air. Even more light. And remember, this is a light bow, so no, second time, angry second time. But this is a delicious. Yeah, that's it, that. Go on. It's a little bit hurry. Take time, she's not. Did you make this third note? Not. Jump a little bit. Dance that. And if you try to play it a little bit more, if you take with the fingers the bow, don't take it so the bow is here deep. Take it so with the fingers here. So the bow very high here. Don't take it so how you play Dvorak or Shostakovich. Now so that the fingers are very high, so that it is touching with the fingertips the bow very lightly. So don't press together here. And try to find with the bow the place where it's a little jumping. The third note, it's coming a little bit too early. This is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So. In my opinion, it is a little bit too much here. I would say that the bow is lighter here. Here, little, not quite in the middle, but not in frost. It should be light. I remember this variation is this is a difficult variation. It's because of the bow. It is at the beginning, so but it means that everything should be light here. If you put it so, you remark how much lighter it's to play, and this is the phenomenon how we should. Okay, but have your vibrato here. F sharp. Yeah. Crescendo diminuendo. Yeah. And like. Same. No. Yeah. And really, little bit ritornando lì. Yeah. It is too fast. That's it. And this is the only heavy part here. You can take little bit here. Not good. Okay, go on. For the future, when you are practice at home, you are too much at frogs. So it is lighter here. It's a little bit strange now when you have not practiced, but it's worth to go. It's difficult to play light here, but the bow has to be. This is to practice. Yeah. And then. And then look, I see. Here, you stag. A little bit, the rhythm also more angry, rhythm aggressive. So not. Go on then. Probably that bow. Yeah. How is it going? Yeah. Probably the first finger at the same time. if you can do a small accent with the first finger. And with, I think so, that almost with all hairs, then it is jumping a little bit better. Not that, yeah. Yeah. It's better so. So you remember, you stir all the hairs. Normally, here when we play the first variation, we not only one part of hairs, the left side of the hairs here, but here to spiccato, this is all hairs. Then it jumps very well the bow and clearly and sharply. Once again. Yes, sort of. Yeah, with the orchestra. And then when you go here, it's a chauffeur. This is the first floor. Right? Second, third. Start. It goes so and so, but the first is here. If you like your conductor, if you think that it is a good conductor, then he is with you. But bravo, you play very beautiful. You play very, yeah. You make people lucky with this, and very good. 브라보.
일단 제가 음악을 저 자신 스스로도 굉장히 사랑을 해야 될 것 같고 그게 관객한테도 느껴지는 연주자로 기억이 되고 싶어요.
I am always, and indeed here in Korea, I am always a little bit confused and astonished how could the young people are today. I am very often, like today, I was asking how old they were, some 14 years old lady, girl is playing so well. Amazing. So I said that after she was playing Tchaikovsky, that if the task, if you must of the music is to touch somebody and emotional and to feel well and happy, that this kind of playing can do that. This is so indeed in Korea, and because the professional, it is a big honor and very pleasant to work here because the level is so good, and the people are so young and talented, extremely young. I would say that quite simply that if taking the youngest cellists, the best ones are in Korea. Quite simply. This is very easy. Everybody say the same, the pianist, the violinist, that you can be very proud. So, and everything is happened so in short time. In short time, in some let's say 50, 60 years. And this is a phenomenon. So you can be proud. So the question is that I am very, very really happy to make this kind of masterclass like today.